Welcome to Prepare to Win. Today's episode is about craft and art. You know, living is craft and art, and so is selling. And today we're going to help you understand the difference and how to use them to maximize your life and your results at work. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Grace Lapoy, and I'm with David Lowe, the automotive sales coach. And like you said, today we're talking about craft and art, and it's something that we've talked about a lot, and you've trained me on a lot, right? We need both. We need craft and we need art, right? So let's talk about what is craft and what's art.
Okay, so good to be with everybody, right? But it's craft. Develop your craft. You hear it a lot. Develop the wherewithal, the know-how, right? And Truett Cathy said, you need three things to succeed: desire and drive. Develop the know-how, right? And take the actions, right?
Right.
Developing that wherewithal or the know-how is developing your craft.
Mm-hmm.
So if we would say, what is the craft? We would say the craft is what to do, why to do it, and how to do it right.
Right.
Or well. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if I was going to be a plumber, I would go learn my craft. What do I do? Why do I do it that way? And how do I do it, right? If I was going to be an electrician, it would be that, right? So it's basically the mechanical of the job, right? It's the mechanical of the job. What to do, why to do, and how to do it. Now, I will say, I say it's mechanical because it's the craft. Now, in it is the motivation, the why, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that a lot of people, I'm this way, I want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So if somebody's going to teach me something, why are you saying it? So we see a lot of sales trainers out there. They're always like, do this and memorize this and put it on your heart. And right? They're not really concerned with you changing inside.
Mm-hmm.
They're after memorization.
Right.
So when we say develop your craft, we're really talking about a transformation where we understand what we're doing. We understand why we're doing it, and we understand how to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, developing your craft means turning this knowledge into skill.
Right.
And of course, to succeed, we have to turn skill into action.
Right.
It's knowledge. So well, Stephen Covey taught this. And did a great job. He didn't make it up. He just did a great job teaching us what has always existed. That it's really attitude, knowledge, plus skills, plus actions that changes your results. If you want to change your results, improve your attitude. You want to improve your results, improve your knowledge. You want to improve results, improve your skill. If you want to improve your results, improve your actions. Best yet, do them all. That's what training is a lifestyle. Okay, so we're talking about the craft, kind of the mechanical, what you do and why you do it and how you do it, and of course, practicing it till you can do it, right? And so this goes through several stages, especially if we're learning something new. You've experienced this, right?
Yes, I have.
And so we talk about the fact when you're learning something new, you start at stage one, and our goal at Automotive Sales Coach at Prepare to Win is to take you to stage 4. You start here, and what we want is transformation. Listen, there's 4 real levels of transformation.
Right.
There's 4 real levels of skill building, right? And that's how you turn craft into art. So let's walk through those. You've been through them.
Yeah. So this first step, right? This first stage is I'm unconsciously incompetent.
You don't know what you don't know.
I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm ignorant, right? And that's okay. We all are on some level. That's how we are. Then once I don't know what I don't know, I gain some knowledge. Okay. Now I realize I'm consciously incompetent. I know what I don't know.
Okay, so you come to training class. Let me just break this down. You're saying that I come here for training. I've never sold cars before. I don't know what I don't know.
Right.
I can only guess. And then I come to class and somebody starts teaching me, this is what you do and why we do it and how we do it. I know now. I know I can't do that. I'm consciously incompetent. True?
Right. That's right.
So I moved from unconscious incompetence to now I know, okay, that's what you do. I know I can't do it.
Right.
All right. So that's stage 2.
That's stage 2.
Okay, got it.
Now, once I come to this class, right, and I realize there's a whole lot of things and skill sets that I don't have yet. Now I have to practice, and I make that into a skill. So if I think about it, I become consciously competent, right? I practice. I know what I should say if I think about it, right? If I look at a role play checklist or I look at my notes, I can think and say, here's what I do next.
You know what? We have so many people like that.
Right.
They'll get into our stuff. They'll work hard on it, almost memorize it. You know, this is supposed to be a compliment, but I don't take it as much. I said, they really know your training, and that's great if it means they developed it into a personal art form.
Right.
Too many times it means they can say those things exactly the way you say them. That's not our goal.
Right.
That might be the goal of other trainers, but we want to be up here.
Right.
Our goal is this, that you move from unconscious and confident. Now you know you don't know, so you begin to practice. You keep practicing until you can do it. Unfortunately, you have to really think about it as you do it.
Right.
It's not really part of you yet.
Right.
And so you're really kind of parroting what you've learned.
That's right.
There's power in it, but not ultimate power. Memorization has power, but not ultimate power.
That's right.
Where do you get the ultimate power?
Becoming unconsciously competent.
Yeah.
Right. So I practice so much. I'm at stage 3. I'm consciously competent. If I think about it, I know it. I'm a parrot. I can memorize it. And our goal is to get them to stage 4, right?
Yeah.
Which I don't have to think about it, and I know it because it's become part of me. And that's where I think we lose so many people sometimes, is because they get comfortable in this stage 3 and don't even realize there's a whole nother stage. Right. We're not trying to get people to go from stage 1 to stage 3. I want them to say, hey, I have no idea what I don't know. And then eventually they can say, hey, I don't have to even think about it because it's me. And that's that transformation that we're after, not that memorization.
Yeah, so we always talk transformation, not memorization.
Right.
Now, I can memorize my way to transformation.
That's right.
As long as I don't stop. It's cool and it's okay to use the word tracks we provide to develop that presentation,
right,
to be able to handle those objections. The dealership playbook is full of, this is going to happen, here's how you do it. It's full of, here's what you do every day. Let's teach you the craft. Here's what to do and why to do it and how to do it.
Right.
It's full of our certification videos. Come on, practice it till you can do it. It's full of that. And we don't want anybody to stop there.
That's right.
Becoming a master sales professional means that you become level 4, unconsciously competent.
That's right.
You don't have to think, I better use empathy. When somebody has an objection, your natural go-to is what? Empathy.
Right.
I think Malcolm Gladwell says it takes 10,000 hours of something to become an expert, right? Thank God it won't take you that long to become an expert here. I do believe the more time we spend, the better we get, right?
Yeah.
As long as we're practicing the right things so we don't have to unlearn. Practice the right things, and then we always say practice for perfection and play with passion.
Right.
In other words, once the game starts, do your very best and don't worry. Don't worry. If you fumble the ball, pick it back up and run, right? That's going to happen during the game. And in practice, why not keep doing it till you know you can't get it wrong? Because during the game, when the pressure's on, you're going to do it wrong. And that's okay. We're not after perfection.
Right.
Doing things better, more consistently will create the results that we want. That makes us excellent. But so we're talking about mastery. You know, I go through this with playing a new song on my bass. I go through it all the time. Somebody says, let's play the song. I don't know that song. So I listen to the song and I realize I don't know how to play that. Right? So I moved from stage 1. I don't know this song. I didn't know it. Somebody brought it up. Now I don't know. I listen to the song. And I can't play that. I don't know that. And then, of course, I learned the song. You know, what is the intro? What is the verse and chorus? And how does it go? And what are the notes? And how do I play it? And so now I practice it over and over. Keep practicing it till I can play it. As I'm practicing it, guess what I'm doing? Thinking about it.
Right.
I'm thinking about the chord changes or the runs, or wait a minute, is the chorus comes next or is it the solo, right? I'm thinking about it. And then once I play it often enough, as soon as the band starts playing, I don't think about it anymore. I just play.
Right.
The song carries you. And the song carries you because I'm now unconsciously competent. And so the funny thing is, I was unconsciously competent playing a lot of songs. How come I can't just play this song right away?
Right.
See, we're always learning. And as a sales professional, you're probably really good at some things. And you're always learning.
That's right.
So this process of learning the new song, if you will, is a lifelong journey.
Right.
And so what do we mean by art and personal art, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we mean style,
Oh, absolutely.
presence,
Yeah.
the ability to not think about what you're saying, but to focus on connecting your customer to it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that true?
That's right.
And so we're playing on stage. It's not focusing on the notes you're going to play, but connecting the audience to your music.
Right.
That's what it is. That's the art form.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're thinking about. And or not thinking, you're thinking about the audience, you're not thinking about what you're playing.
Right.
I know I practice that. That's going to come automatic. What I want to do is connect my buyer to it. So we say we want people to be better than us.
Mm-hmm.
That's my sincere goal. Don't say I want to. That's why this training is not named Dave Lowe Training, right? We've named it Automotive Sales Coach. We talk about prepare to win because excellence is available to everyone. And what we're trying to do is develop our own replacements. We don't want to be looked up to. We want to be a mentor that says, we have spent a lot of time taking what the best of the best do, mapping it out, putting it in a simple pathway like a Google map so that everybody has access to what the best of the best do.
Right.
That's what the playbook is. That's what our training is. Now, we're hoping that you want to be your best. And to do that, you have to what? Practice. And the more you practice, the more you go, I'm going to say it like this. Right. Because we're all, on a team, we're all saying the same things, but we're all saying it in our own words.
Right.
It sounds terrible to try to use somebody else's words.
Right. Absolutely.
It doesn't sound real. Doesn't sound. By the way, how many of you like that? Right? So, there's trainers from a certain age from a particular part of the country that don't necessarily speak or talk like you. Memorize this. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm out. Now, what I can do is use that successful pathway to memorize what you do so I can practice it over and over until I can say it in my own words. In other words, I know this so well. I'm not talking from memory. I'm talking from understanding.
Right.
And that's why it becomes, when you go through our playbooks, everybody says, this is one of my favorite compliments is, wow, this is just so natural. It makes so much common sense.
Right.
Right? And it does. It's a natural process of buying and selling.
Right.
All we're trying to do is help you communicate, connect, and lead your buyer well. Buyers fear making a bad decision.
Right.
They just do. And the better you are, and the better you can communicate, right?
Right.
Being a better communicator isn't just craft. It's art.
That's right.
You're so confident in what you do and who you are that you can look people in the eye and connect with them.
Right. And this goes right back to talking about craft and art, whether it's in my professional life or my personal life, right? We train and we say that selling, is not just in your professional life. Selling is getting someone else to see your point of view.
Yeah.
And that is something that's so great to me and that we train on is the fact that selling is I get to capitalize on my individuality.
Yes.
I'm different from you.
Yes.
Right? And you are different from Lexi, and we're all different. And so we get to capitalize on that. And to do that, I have to go from stage 3 to stage 4, where I can say, you know what, I understand this. I put my own spin on it. I make it my own, and I can do that. And now that I'm transformed, I can see also, here's how all these principles align with different areas in my life.
It just rolls over,
right?
doesn't it?
It rolls over.
Yeah.
And I can think, man, you know what, here's how empathy in this situation works. I can look at it with this totally different situation through the same lens because I don't know it by memorizing it. I know it because it's become part of me.
It's changed you.
Right.
Transformation is change.
Right.
And if your thinking changes, that's lasting change.
Right.
If you memorize it, it may not last. And it certainly won't connect as many people.
Right.
But lasting change is thinking change. It becomes yours now. The confidence that grows with lasting change and thinking change is so contagious. And not just contagious to others, but contagious to other parts of your life, as you said.
Right.
And you become more mindful. So I'm assuming that everybody who's joining us wants to be better today than yesterday. I mean, why would you get on a podcast like this? And I'm assuming, probably like me, Every day I'm in pursuit of my best self, and every day I say or think or do something I wish I hadn't. I know I could have done better. I just know it. Now, I'm not going to beat myself up over it, but I do have to be mindful that I'm not being my best self.
Right.
And that encourages me to what? Do a little better. That's why we wear the better today than yesterday bracelets. If you don't have one, send Grace a note and she'll send you them. That's why we wear the bracelet. And it's just a reminder, Dave. You're not perfect, man. You're going to make mistakes.
Right.
The key is, what do you do when you make a mistake? Are you learning from it? Are you mindful of it?
Right.
And so just kind of wrapping this up, our craft, the what, why, and how we do it, the art, personalizing it, making it right. It just happens.
Right.
This is the area of excellence for everything. You know, I think that football players practice plays over and over. And in the huddle, if I'm a wide receiver, when the quarterback calls a play, I don't go, so what route do I run during that? And right, they call the play, and I've run it so many times that I just run it. I know instinctively where to go. Instinct is created, yes, by experience, but more by preparation.
Right.
Repetition. And so, how do you catch a 90-mile-an-hour fastball thrown in the dirt if you're a catcher? How do you hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, right? It's preparation, right? And so we know that turning craft into art separates the good from the great from the excellent, right? And that's what we're after. So no matter where you are in life or selling whatever, I think, can't you benefit from being mindful of these? I know Vince Lombardi used these. He said, man, you want a winning team? It's simple. Make sure they know what to do, why to do it, and how to do it. Craft. Make sure they can do it. Craft. Make sure they do it on the field, right? Action, right? And the better they do it, you can see players, they all have access to the same blocking and tackling, and you see some of them turn it into an art form. They get more sacks. They have more yards. They score more touchdowns.
Right.
And so in life, what does scoring more touchdowns look like? It looks like better relationships. In selling, it looks like selling more cars, right? Having excited, loyal, lifetime customers, creating happier customers that return.
Right.
It looks like, of course, being rewarded for both by making more money. So there's a lot at stake of us being mindful and making the decision to turn whatever we do, our craft, into art.
That's right.
Right? Whatever you do it with your whole heart and your whole might, right? That's what we say excellence is. Today we talked about excellence in the form of craft versus art. Talked about moving from what we don't know to being unconsciously competent, being prepared that our actions and our reactions become instinctive. That's really the art form. We trust this has been a benefit to you. We hope that you join us again for our next episode. We've got some great stuff coming down. In fact, I'm not even going to get into it. I just join us. We've got some great stuff. It's going to be a benefit in your life, and we sure appreciate it. We know time is valuable, and you spending time with us means a lot. Doesn't it, Grace?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Tell them how to like us and to follow us.
Yes, like us, follow us, comment below, subscribe as well. Send us a note of anything that we can continue to help you guys improve on. That's our
We'd
goal.
sure love you to share us, too.
Absolutely.
I think a simple share of our link on Facebook could be a benefit to a lot of people. Thank you for doing that. Thanks in advance for doing that. So have an awesome week. Good selling. And listen, good living.